6:36, Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Hey, how are you? It's Chris Hand. Show's brought to you, I do that during my show. My bad. I'm filling in for Murphy all week, so it's a different sponsor. Murphy's getting surgery on his shoulder. 5.5 hours they had him in surgery today. Worst case of bone spurs in buildup they'd ever seen. 5.5 hours in surgery. I'm here to report to you that Matt Murphy is officially out of surgery and should be rejoining the broadcast at some point next week. We're going to give him all the time that he needs to recover. And in the meantime, I'll be here with you filling in. I appreciate you tuning in for as much or as little of the program as you can. Now, we're going to do something that we do on my show every day in the last segment, where I like to call it the lightning round.
It's the lightning round with Chris Hand.
It's quickly becoming a fan favorite. People like it or they hate it. So I guess it's a fan favorite. What we do is we run through all the stories that wouldn't either fill up a segment or we didn't get to, and we give you an opportunity for your last minute hot takes or cold takes. 615-737-9986. 615-737-9986. If you got anything that you want to weigh in on, now's the time to call. This is the lightning round. Oh, yeah, you got it, Jackson. You got it, man. It's lightning, not thunder, by the way, in case you were keeping score at home. That's lightning. Thank you. All right, so first story in the lightning round. News as is presented versus news as it is. Put this tweet up on the screen. This is from a local news station in Los Angeles. KTLA. Hard-hitting news. Local, live and local. KTLA. So they put up a tweet. And I was like, oh, man, that's crazy. Because it's got some video to it. And these guys are just whooping on this dude. And it says, in a graphic video that has since gone viral on social media, about 7 or more masked men wearing U.S. Border Patrol vests are seen violently detaining a Santa Ana father before forcing him in the back of an unmarked car. What? That's somebody's dad. You can't do that with masks on and Border Patrol vests. What are you doing? It's crazy. So I was like, I need to find out more about this story. So I hit the link. And listen, they had to edit this because of a response from the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. So this is how KTLA poses it in the beginning. In a video circulating on social media, a group of masked U.S. Border Patrol agents is seen striking and subduing a man in Santa Ana before forcing him into the back of an unmarked car on Saturday. These incidents sparked protests in the following hours, and an online fundraiser was started through GoFundMe, where family members identified the victim as a Tustin resident, Narciso Barranco, a father to 3 sons who are all U.S. Marines. Oh, so what happened to this guy? It's heartbreaking. And I looked at the GoFundMe, man. They raised $109,000 already. Whew! $109,000. Like, this guy must have just been beaten up for no reason, right? It's funny you mentioned that, because if you actually did any research at all, you'll quickly find out that the man who was beaten by Border Patrol agents was also chasing Border Patrol agents with a weed whacker. And they left that out of the news story entirely. Yeah. I mean, it's an important nugget that you should have put in the newscast, that he was chasing those Border Patrol agents with a weed whacker. They had to mace him. Then they had to beat him up. And then, yes, they put him in an unmarked car. So because of that, the Department of Homeland Security, they made KTLA add a correction to their article where they said, he assaulted federal law enforcement with a weed whacker. Perhaps the mainstream media would like our officers to stand there and be mowed down instead of defending themselves. DHS posted to X on Monday along with a 7-second video where he is seen running from agents, waving a weed whacker overhead as an agent pepper sprays him. I don't know, man. I don't think he was running from the agents. If you're watching on the stream, you tell me what it looks like. It looks like he's running towards the agents with a weed whacker and pointing it at them as he's then being pepper sprayed. Would you classify that as running towards the agents with a weed whacker? I feel like he was running towards the agents.
Yeah, looks like he's running towards them.
I don't know what you're supposed to take from that if you're a Border Patrol agent. Hey, here comes the nice guy with a weed whacker. Let's wait and see what he wants. No. No. Pepper spray and beatdown. That's what he got. That's what he deserves. Got another story for you here in the lightning round. Dan Bongino posted over the weekend, and I thought I was going to have a little bit more time to dive into this, but he posted a lengthy update to his X account. Dan Bongino and the FBI, they've been under a bit of scrutiny. A lot of people were like, really? When they said that Epstein killed himself, they said, you sure about that? You sure about that, bud? That was the collective answer. When they said, no, Epstein really did kill himself. Really? It kind of gave people a little bit of pause with the FBI. Did it give you a little bit of pause? It gave me a little bit of pause. But Bongino wants to keep you informed. Now, I like Dan a lot. I really do. I loved his radio show, and I think that he's a good pick for deputy director. That being said, posted this long update, and I want to read it to you because I think it's worth highlighting what they've done at the FBI. So he wrote, update, as I wrap up my third month in the deputy position in your FBI, I want to update you on some of the actions the director and I have taken to reform the FBI while keeping the heat on violent criminals, terrorists, and foreign threat actors. Some of these actions you may have read about, some you may have not. Operation Restoring Justice apprehended 205 child sex predators and 764 purveyors while rescuing 115 children. Operation Sotierra Shield resulted in the apprehension of 244 child predators and 109 children were rescued. This is just the beginning. If you're preying on children, we're coming for you. Pedos put on notice by Bongino. Thank you. He goes on to say, we warned those violently acting out in the recent riots that we would not tolerate it and we would not forget. Over 700 arrests have been made in coordination with our federal and state partners. Many of those arrests are members of organized groups, Antifa. And we're pouring through data in pursuit of more bad actors. We're not done. We're in the process of identifying and moving in on those who threw rocks at law enforcement and damaged property. I told you we would not forget. I was not kidding. Stay tuned for more. And there's going to be a lot more. I mean, you saw the videos coming out of LA and these different protests. The ones that were visited by the Brick Ferry, just affectionately visited. Just, ooh, little bricks for you. Been a good boy all year. Here's some bricks. The Brick Ferry visited those, and individuals took advantage of the Brick Ferry to dropping off the bricks. Those individuals are being tracked down and identified. He goes on to say, we're making progress on a number of high-profile cases. Ready for this? Including the COVID cover-up. Ooh, do tell more. The Dobbs leak. Yup, need that. And the pipe bomb investigation and more. More updates coming. All right, we'll be patiently waiting for that. He said we also located and apprehended 3 of the FBI's top 10 most wanted and hope to have more updates very soon. In conjunction with our federal partners, we apprehended, imprisoned, and deported thousands of illegal aliens. Many of these illegal aliens had extremely violent criminal histories. We told you that the rioting was not going to slow us down. It has not. We are fully engaged. Awesome. He says we made numerous personnel changes to the leadership of the FBI, about time, and we reorganized the structure of the FBI to ensure the mistakes of the past are corrected, penalized, and not repeated. We're closing the FBI headquarters and building and moving to an alternate location, which will save the taxpayers billions of dollars. Thank you. We're also moving people out of headquarters and those assignments and back into operational law enforcement and counterterror roles. We arrested multiple foreign intelligence targets that were engaged in illegal activities which presented a danger to the homeland. Many of these critical cases were covered by media. Some will not be made public. We're in the process of rolling releases on items of public interest as we add resources to our transparency reform efforts. We completed the JFK files, the RFK files, the China 2020 election IR, and we're rolling out much more on January 6th, Crossfire Hurricane, and more. Nothing on Epstein, though. Nothing on Epstein. But he said we're rolling out a nationwide summer violent crime crackdown as the murder rate plummets to an all-time low. We will not let up. We're making changes to the hiring process and the physical fitness requirements. We're eliminating DEI and getting the FBI back to its root, chasing criminals and terrorists. We're remaining hyper-vigilant in protecting the homeland, given the current global climate, while we deal with investigations related to the rioting, the Washington, D.C. murders, the Palm Springs bombing, the Boulder attack, the Minnesota murders, and our daily casework. There's a lot more to be done, a lot. Stay tuned on disclosures and the public corruption fronts. For those who have been patient with us, thank you. For those who are out of patience, thank you too. Believe me, we understand. God bless America and all those who defend her. My biggest thing that I wanted to take from this was right there at the end. For those of you who are out of patience, thank you too. Believe me, we understand. There's a massive mess that they need to clean up at the FBI. This is no small feat, no small undertaking, and at least the FBI leadership acknowledges that, and they understand where you're at. That being said, are we going to get Epstein files? I don't know. Probably not. I know, it sucks. It sucks. What are you going to do? Let's take the wins where we can. Getting a lot of pedos off the street, huge win. Huge win. I got another story for you here in the lightning round. This time, Governor Janet Mills, Janet Mills, who she's gotten into it with Trump a bunch, and it's all about the boys and girls sports, right? It always comes back to boys and girls sports with Governor Janet Mills. You may remember this exchange that Donald Trump had. They had all the governors from across the states for a bit of a luncheon with the president right when he was elected, and he had this exchange with Governor Janet Mills of Maine.
I understand Maine. Is Maine here, the governor of Maine? Well, are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
We are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding.
See you in court.
Every state, good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And enjoy your life after governor because I don't think you'll be in elected politics.
I mean, he's just an absolute savage. He's also a predictor of the future. Governor Janet Mills, she was out and about today, and she was greeted with some intense heckling over men and women's sports. Weird. Even the very liberal population of Maine, this is an 80-20 issue. Nobody wants the boys in the girls' locker room. Nobody wants the girls getting injured on the field. Yet Governor Janet Mills of Maine has no idea about that. She doesn't understand what the voters of Maine want. Maybe she'll understand after today. She was at the Maine Moose Lottery in her hometown. This is in her hometown. And they got a podium there set up for her. She's going to say some remarks. And she wasn't exactly greeted with cheers.
So please welcome Governor Mills.
Oh, well, that's not good.
I'm not reading your name. Maybe I won't read any names.
And then she walks away from the podium like, oh, you're not going to let me speak? I'm not going to hang out here. I'm not going to hang out. What are you doing, lady? So she walks away, and then she comes back to the podium. Wait for it. They love her.
You're going to be rude, I'm not.
If you're going to be rude, I'm not going to speak. If you're going to be rude, how about you don't let dudes in the girls' locker room? I mean, it's really simple, right? Is that not like, it's the most simple thing. It should be very simple. If you're going to be rude, I'm going to leave. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye, Felicia. Bye-bye. 615-737-9986. If you want to weigh in with a last-minute hot take during the lightning round. James, what's your hot take, man? What do you got?
So with all the removal of DEI in the federal government, why do we still allow it in the state of Tennessee? At the BNA airport that's owned by the state of Tennessee, there's DEI programs all over the place. You get special treatment for leasing and special accommodation and lower pricing if you're of a minority group. You get special recognition. Why do we still allow that in the airport? If we're removing it from federal government and stuff, why is the state of Tennessee allowing it?
That's interesting. Where'd you see it in the airport?
You can look it up on the Nashville Airport website under ABDC.
All right, man. I'll definitely look it up, and I'll dive right into that. I appreciate the call.
All
right, 615-737-9986 if you want to weigh in. I got a couple more stories here in the lightning round. If you remember, Mayor Brandon Johnson out of Chicago, he said that Donald Trump was trying to, and I quote, he was going to erase black existence. He's on a mission to erase black existence. He said this on CNN. It's so outrageous. Even the CNN host had to be like, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor. He's not trying to erase black existence, is he?
It's wrong. He's working to eliminate black history. He is trying to eliminate black existence from this country, but he's also attacking the LGBTQ+.
I wouldn't say he's trying to eliminate black existence.
We're going to bring people together in this country to make sure we build the safest, most affordable big city in America.
The safest, most affordable big city in America. That's what he's trying to do. He's really worried about Donald Trump eliminating black existence, though. It's tough. It's Orange Man. Does anybody know where Donald Trump was over the weekend? Because we're going to need an alibi. Because I don't know if you saw this, 23 people were shot over the weekend in Chicago. And I would have to think the number one suspect for Mayor Brandon Johnson would be Donald J. Trump, the man who's trying to eliminate black existence in Chicago. And what was that thing he said he wanted to do at the end there of the clip? He wanted to make Chicago something city. What is it? Is it a safe city?
Most affordable big city in America.
The safest, most affordable big city in America.
We build the safest, most affordable big city in America.
Oh, does this work into that plan somehow? Is that 23 shot over the weekend in Chicago? Mayor Brandon Johnson, who's so worried, again, about Donald Trump eliminating black existence, doesn't seem to give a damn himself. ABC reported this in Chicago. 23 people were shot, 2 of them fatally, Friday through Saturday alone in Mayor Brandon, Chicago. Maybe instead of worrying about Donald Trump, you should just worry about your own city. Maybe things would go a little bit better for you. I don't know. It's a crazy idea. It's crazy. It's radical. But what you're doing isn't working, so maybe try something different. 6:52. My name's Chris Hand. I'm in for Matt Murphy all week long. Appreciate you hanging out with us. This is Super Talk 99.7 WTN.